Get it.
You staying here?
Shmo. Chag Matzote Shalom.
Chag Matzote Shalom.
Chag Matzote Shalom. So we got this live going on right now. We're gonna do we basically gonna make some unleavened bread to eat. We're gonna show y'all how it's done. How it's done the proper way.
That's right.
How it's done the proper way, acceptable by God. Here's a bowl
of flour. And what you want to do, check your flour ingredients. Make sure it just say flour. Nothing else.
Nothing else.
All right, because you got other ingredients, flours with other ingredients in it. Leavening agents and all that. You don't want that. You just want, where's it over here? Look at this. See the ingredients on here? Right there. Just whole wheat flour. That's it. So let's get it. We put the flour in the bowl, and we're gonna throw some water in it. Now we're gonna show y'all how to make the dough without kneading. You gonna do it? Any more?
Use a spoon.
You might have got the gloves, wait.
So we're just throwing the water in there.
Come over here.
Come over here. No, come over here. Come over here. Stand over here. Stand over here. So boom, there it is. The flour in the water. He's getting it mixed up together right now. Just more. Get the flour and the water together. As you mix, you can tell more or less if you need more water or not. That's why he's asking me to put more water in. All right, that's it. He's getting the dough together. He's not kneading the dough. To be honest, this is some good dough right here. We can start from that right now.
Yeah. I'm just getting all the flour. That's
just excess flour from the bottom.
That's the bottom.
So there it is. Look, a dough. A dough. A dough was made.
Done.
No more massaging. You ain't got to do no massaging.
I was just putting on the flour. Now the flour is gone. Dough is made.
What we're going to do now, you pluck from that dough. Pluck from the dough. Look, I'm leavening cakes.
Yeah. Oh, no, wait, I'll do it.
Sprinkle a little flour on the pan so it won't stick. Again. You just pluck from the dough.
Form it how you want it.
You can form a refrigerator if you want. If you know how to form a refrigerator with the dough.
So my brother Zakari's. How you doing? Shout out to Zakari's. Look, you saw us. We just made a dough without kneading.
Absolutely.
All right. Absolutely. And we forming this. We throwing this on the right here.
Throw it on a pan. You put the oven on broil.
Somebody came up here?
Put the oven on broil.
Yeah. You got the loud check up?
Yeah, so put the oven on broil. And you gotta stand there and watch it. So it won't burn. So we're gonna go through the whole process together.
Right. And we're gonna show y'all the end result after the bread is done. You're gonna put it in the bottom or you're gonna put it on the top?
No, on the bottom. It's quicker.
Quicker on the bottom.
You just gotta be there doing it. You gotta be there paying attention. All right, so look, we got the plate full. All right, I'm gonna get a fork and I'm gonna poke them. This is to prevent bubbles. Prevent the bread from bubbling up, you know. And it cooks through. So I poked all of them. Now I'm gonna put them in the bottom.
Poke this one. Yeah, poke that. You told them why you poke it?
Absolutely. Again, I poked them.
No air, so
no air bubbles will pop
up
fast, and it'll cook fast. Give me another cover. It's a simple process, man.
Simple process. We don't need matzos. Those are crackers.
That's right. For everybody
see, go ahead. You want to say something? Look, El Shaddai, God Almighty told us to eat bread of affliction. So if you don't know what affliction means, you can look up the word affliction. If you read the book, you'll know the definition without looking it up.
That's right. For those who just
on the seventh day, on the seventh day, on the seventh month, in the seventh month, the 10th day of the 7th month is what? Yom Kippur. What did El Shaddai name that day? That day is called the Day of Affliction. On that day, if you don't eat and your stomach hurt and you're afflicting your soul. So if God told us to eat bread of affliction, ain't gonna be no soft bread.
It ain't gonna be soft. For those who just came in the chat, we are doing a live showing of unleavening bread. Basically, we just took some flour. Make sure, like my brother said, make sure the ingredients in the flour is 100% wheat flour. Zehu. Put some flour in the bowl. Put some water in the bowl. Mix it until, if you rewind, you'll see we didn't need it. Mixed it together until the dough formed. Once the dough formed, you start plucking and making cakes.
That's it.
Start plucking and making cakes. So we just did 2 pans. One is in the oven right now. You put the oven on broad. Put the oven on broad. Make your cakes. And after you get them done, after you get them on the pan, poke holes in them. So it'll prevent it from getting bubbles, and it'll cook fast. Simple process.
You saying, I don't know if I could ask y'all this online, but I ain't gonna feel like I've been the most lawfulest nigga and shit. So what's legal to actually eat on this day?
All right, so we got a question from my brother Manasseh. He asks, what's legal to eat on this day?
Mm-hmm.
Fruits. Vegetables.
Bread.
Flesh.
That's it.
Say it again.
That's it.
Say it again.
That's it. Fruits, vegetables, bread. Not bread. I shouldn't say that. Unleavened bread.
Right.
And flesh. That's it.
We had a lot of fish. Got a lot of fish going down. We got a lot of dog going down. Just now, I just looked in on them. Then they're not. They're good. So I threw them back in. Next time I look in on them, I'm gonna flip them and throw them. I'll show you. This is fun. I grew up. My father raised me. Baruch Shemo. My father raised us. Doing this, man. And every year, from youth on up, every year, the Most High worked with my Abba, and we would elevate, man. We would elevate and do it right, and do it better, and do it better, and do it better concerning law.
That's right.
Concerning law. See, here we go. Look, just put the flour and the water in there. He's mixing everything else together, and he's creating a dough. Shout out to my brother Zakaris.
So this is how you create a dough, my guy, without kneading.
It. No kneading.
Yeah. Get the most of the flour up.
Dough made. Here, look. There's the dough.
Sit.
There's the dough. It's a dough.
Sit.
Without kneading it.
That's right.
So now we pluck from this dough.
This is what the witch and Endor had. This is what who else we was talking about that did this? We was talking about the witch and Endor. We was talking about who else? I forgot who else. Anyway, most of the people in the book, like, that was their go-to meal. Everybody ate bread. So they kept a dough in the house. Just in case whenever they want to make bread, they can make it. Or we could just pluck from that dough and make our bread.
That's right. Oh, you can have a little wine with you too while you're making bread.
Sprinkle that. So this law, this don't have nothing to do. See if we got any questions.
Any questions? Any questions in the chat?
Read the chat.
Hold on.
I got you.
No, I'm good. This is yours, huh?
Yeah. Bread of affliction, y'all. Bread of affliction, man. This bread ain't gonna be soft. This bread ain't gonna be gourmet. It's bread of affliction. You're supposed to be eating it like hard. It's supposed to be hurting your jaw and all that. But you're gonna enjoy it. That's crazy, right? It's supposed to hurt you in your jaw and all that, but you're supposed to enjoy it. You know why? Because it's a memorial. It's a memorial of our freedom. Today marks the memorial of our freedom. We were freed as a people today, eons. This same time, eons and eons ago. Eons and eons ago, we were saved we were delivered by the Lord of hosts. And today marks that day that we were free to go serve the true and living God. We were free. We got up out of Egypt. Turn it up. And the Most High say, you know what? Y'all gonna remember this time forever. All right? For 7 days throughout your generation, eat unleavened bread. That's a fact.
I just flipped the first batch.
My Abba always told me, you don't get mad that you gotta do this. And what my father would do, he would eat bread. Like you see how I said you can eat the bread, the fruits, vegetables, and flesh? My pops would just be eating bread most of the time.
Absolutely.
Because the memorial is bread.
That's a fact.
When they were leaving out, they had fruits. They were just eating bread.
I was just thinking, I got another question that they might want to ask somebody.
All right, we got another question.
Do it gotta be just wheat bread?
Do it has to be
just
wheat
bread?
bread?
It can't
Yes.
be white flour.
Yes,
The
reason why it has to be wheat flour and white flour is because, first of all, the white flour has been processed.
Right, okay.
It's processed already. You don't want no processed flour. You just want the straight grain flour.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And this is the only grain we can eat, the whole wheat.
Y'all see, as you can see,
The other flours is processed. They be having they throw baking soda and all that. Baking product,
So
yeah.
the best flour you want to use is wheat. 100% stone ground wheat. Let me show you the
No ingredients. No ingredients.
There's the ingredients right there.
No ingredients. Most flours nowadays, when you go to the stores, read it. You'll see baking soda and thymine and all this. There's a bunch of ingredients in this stuff. One of the what was it? I told you I found it in the thing. What's up, baby? You want to help? All right, my daughter want to help. Sit down. Sit down. I forgot, man. I found some craziness in the ingredients in regular flour, y'all. So you got to read the ingredients in the flour.
You must read it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. We had to throw away some water. We seen baking soda and water.
Yeah, certain waters, if you don't read the ingredients in the water, and believe it or not, water has ingredients now, you will be consuming baking soda during this time. So you got to read. We threw out a whole, not throughout, put it out the house until 7 days later. I'm not going to throw it away. But we had to get rid of it. A whole bunch of water. So you got to read. Ready for the fall. This is it, Zacharias.
Any questions?
Zacharias, you got some questions? I see my brother Chief Shama in there answering you in the chat, so he got it covered.
No, it wasn't carbonated water. It was spring water.
It was spring water.
Yeah, it was spring water. It wasn't carbonated water.
What was the name of it?
Regular spring water. Crystal Glacier. Crystal Glacier.
Water. Yeah.
Alpine water.
And that's not the only one.
Crystal Glacier Alpine
A lot of
water.
those spring waters are not just water no more.
Yeah. That's fucking.
It's crazy. Like, why are you touching water?
Yeah.
Talking about smart water. No, it's chemical water.
That's stupid water.
Smart water is not good. Ain't no such thing as smart water. God, El Shaddai's natural water was smart enough.
Yeah, they call it.
All right, these kids take water that's free, put chemicals in it, and call it smart water. And we like fools in this world. Oh, smart water, bro. Listen, just know this world is nothing good for you in this world, man. Everything is to kill you.
That's
man.
right.
Everything,
You violate
man.
God's laws.
Everything. And look, guess what?
You're on point.
Guess what? Don't blame the white man. Don't blame the government. This is all because we sinned before God.
That's right.
We was God's sword first,
That's
not
right.
the heathen. We were supposed to be the government,
That's
not
right.
the heathen.
That's right.
But we sinned before God. So that's why we're on the bottom. El Shaddai said he's going to make us worse than the worst of the heathens.
That's right. All right, so we got a question from said how long shall you need the dough?
So we
You ain't
didn't
supposed
need
to
at
need
all.
it.
We didn't need at all.
You ain't supposed to make the dough.
I'm gonna make another batch. I just made 2 batches. I'm gonna make another batch. I'm gonna show you that you don't have to knead at all. That's what brings the leaven. You put it together, you pluck, you bake. That's it. No, I don't. That's what they did.
Yeah, that was my nephew. Shout out to my nephew, AJ. I know he wasn't asking that question for himself, but that's a good question to throw out there, nephew.
Yeah, facts, nephew. Where you at, man?
Can you use almond flour?
No.
No, because almond is a seed.
It's a seed, and we
And
can't.
we can't use seeds, brother
No
Leonard.
seeds.
So
No
with this,
seeds.
we can't eat seeds,
What is it?
grains,
Nuts.
nuts.
Yeah, Quali,
Beans.
What Carmel?
Carmel. That's
Toasted grains.
toasted grains,
Almond flour is no
and
good.
seeds and
And
seeds
or legumes.
and legumes, and that falls under for nuts too, as far as peanuts,
Nuts and
almonds,
seeds. That's
and
right.
cashews. Those are
All-
seeds.
yeah, all
Absolutely.
nuts
Those
and
are seeds.
Absolutely. The best flour to use for these
Yeah, whole
wheat.
on these times is
Whole wheat.
100% whole wheat
That's the
flour.
only thing to use.
That's it.
Don't use nothing else. Whole wheat. That's the only grain.
Fork it, fork it. Like a fork it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, Shamo, I got my niece poking the holes in the dough. That's gonna keep the dough from bubbling up, and it's gonna make it cook faster. What's the next one? That's it. All right, so look, this batch is done. It's done. Pick one up. Pick this one up.
You gotta flip it. You flip it?
No, I flip them.
Okay.
I flip them.
I flip it one time.
All right, just show them. Just show them.
Look.
Unleavening cakes.
11 cakes. We're gonna flip them, so I feel like it's still soft on the other side. We're gonna flip them. Get it popping.
No, that's the kid. Back in the Camille.
Yeah, that's my kids. I know. My kids, what they have. Yeah, this is it, man. This is it. All right, baby. I forgot. She's stabbing the hell out these 11. And you gotta make it. You make this fun. You make this fun. Like
Oh yeah, this is
at
fun.
home,
This is fun.
my children is surrounded, and we all making bread. You make the children involved in it, man. You gotta bring up the next generation.
That's a
You
fact.
have to.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, after this generation die, and all the leaders of the camps, and all the camps that we have in Brooklyn and in New York and in America, all the leaders of the camps now. Look at the younger generation. Look how weak they is. What's gonna happen when the leaders now die? What we gonna be done?
Mhm.
Nah, man. Involve the children. Involve the children. Yes, baby.
Good job,
Good
baby.
job. Involve the children. Let them know. What we eating this for. Let them know what we doing this for.
That's right.
All right. The Most High God told us to tell them. Oh, yo, because the Lord our God brought us out of the land of Egypt,
That's right.
and we were leaving, and this is the only thing that we had to eat. You see? You gonna make another batch, or that's good?
Nah, that should be good.
Okay.
That's good for now.
It's good for now, right? So that was good for now. We ain't making no more batches now. We don't make no whole bag. Make about 4 batches. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna eat that. Later on tonight, we're gonna come up in here and make some more.
Make some more.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this every week, every day for the whole week. Remember, I told you, whole wheat flour. The other flours, no, even if it's whole wheat, read the ingredients. Because they be having other stuff in the ingredients. So if you don't believe me, you'll see. When you go to the store, you'll see.
Oh,
Shamo. Any more questions?
Any questions?
Just
Zakaris,
wait.
you got any questions, Zakaris?
We just wait until this batch finish. We're gonna show you the results, then we done.
Should be after this batch.
That's all. Yeah, after the batch, we just want to show them what it is. That's it.
That shows.
Okay. Yeah, I'm having a sip of wine. Yeah, I don't know why people say you can't have wine because it's fermented. But we don't deal with fermentation.
That's a fact. Say it again. Say it
We
again.
don't deal with fermentation. It's leaven. That's it.
That's it.
Get the leaven out your house. That's it.
That's right.
I got vinegar in my cabinet. Yes. I'm sipping on some wine, kosher for Passover wine.
That's
Okay.
it right there.
Yeah, that's what it is. We don't deal with fermentation. We go by the book. We don't add and we don't take away. We go by what the book says.
Facts.
You want to check that? It should be right.
Yeah, it should be ready. Check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah.
You know that thing cut off, the bottom cut off.
Yeah, it cuts off and come back on. Any questions?
No questions.
Any questions? You got a question? You got a question, niece? What's your question? Huh? 3? You want 3 of them? All right, you get 3.
We gotta make this. We gotta make the next generation. We gotta talk to. We can't just dead this, man. When the teacher leave, my teacher, my brothers, my older brothers, what's gonna happen to the next generation?
That's a fact.
We gotta drill these children, man.
That's a fact. Come on, Chief
Drill
Shama.
these children.
Chief Shama, come on in here, man. Say something to the
Get
people,
in here,
man.
teacher.
Get in here,
The
Moray.
if they want to see you,
The
you know
people
that.
want to see you, Moray. Get up in there.
Play with me, man.
Get in there, man.
We got the big Moray here. What's good?
The big Moray.
Big homie. Big homie.
Baruch
That's a
Shema,
fact.
Baruch Shema.
Man. That's what it is. You don't
Blessed be the God of my father.
Burn up, man. You don't need to knead your dough, man. That's how you get the leavening.
Absolutely.
Not knead your dough.
Absolutely.
Do not eat matzos.
Matzos is taboo.
Don't allow matzos in your house.
Listen, man, nowhere in the book states or give you a time frame, 15, 16, 17, 18 minutes. We got to use the book for a reference, and we stick to that. Again, as I put in the comment, our kneading trials was bound up. So there's no way that they could have kneaded the dough.
That's right.
So how was they making their dough leaven is supposed to be the universal question.
That's right.
How? They didn't have baking soda. They didn't have yeast. Yeast particles was in the air from back then. So God ain't talking about the yeast particles that's in the air.
That's right.
You know what God talking about? What you added, what you put in that dough that caused it to rise. And
that's right.
And what you put in that dough.
That's right.
So according to what we read in the book, Hosea chapter 7 verse 4 states that when you knead the dough, it begins the leavening process. When you read 2 Samuel chapter 28, it states that the witch of Endor made baked unleavened bread. And she used it, and when you read that passage, it states kneading. When you look up the Hebrew word for kneading, the Hebrew word for kneading is talash. Talash means to pluck. You can't pluck from flour. You have to make it into a dough and pluck it
Like
from the dough,
like we just did.
and then you bake unleavened bread. Why is it unleavened bread? Because she didn't need it. We don't go by no other source.
That's right.
The only source we go by is by what the book says.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
The reason why we stay away from grains, seeds.
That's right.
The reason why is because in Leviticus 23, it states parched corn,
Green
bread,
ears, green
and
ears.
green ears.
Right.
When you read Leviticus 23, when you look up parched corn and green ears in the Hebrew, it says quali and caramel.
Uh-huh.
When you look up those two words, it speaks about grains, seeds, toasted grains, and green wheat. This is why I stay away from rice. I stay away from seeds, from beans. I stay away from nuts.
That's right.
All this I can show you with the book.
In the book. That's right.
By using the book
That's right.
is my basis of findings.
Facts.
Here's the finishing product. Look at that, man. Look, you see the steam? See the steam?
Yo, you can even add a little piece of cheese on top there. And that's a whole meal right there. All right. Now, why I don't go by sour? Because nowhere in the book speaks about sour. It speaks about kametz. Kametz is leavening. Kamatz is sour. You got to go through all the passage.
I mean, it wasn't
Why-
about Hamas.
And why I'm not going by sour or ferment? Because they had dough already sitting there. And only God knows how long the witcher Endor had that dough sitting there. But when she baked it, it said it was unleavened bread. She didn't need it. She plucked the dough. I don't know how long the dough was sitting there. She plucked from the dough and she baked it. It was unleavened bread. So that's why I don't go by sour or fermented, because we don't know how long the witcher Endor had that dough sitting there. So
There it is, y'all. Baruch Shemon.
Brother Shimon.
Blessed be the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov.
So,
Blessed be the God of my father.
Brother Shimon.
My father who taught us in the ways of the living God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov. Baruch Shemon.
And look, you see she eating the bread, right? That's how I raised her. She eating the bread. She's 3 years old. My children gonna eat bread. I don't play that. Enjoy this day.
Enjoy this day. Have fun.
And if make sure the bread is hard, but enjoy this day. And now y'all know you can make bread without kneading it and making it leavening.
That's right.
All right?
Baruch Shemon.
Baruch Shemon. All that, y'all. Pesach Shalom. Chag Matzote Shalom. Turn up.
Love, man. Love, y'all.
Love y'all, man. You're ready. Yo, you good?
Good. Enjoy, y'all. Have fun.
Turn
Party
up,
time,
turn up,
y'all.
turn up,
Party
turn
time.
up.
Turn up.
You want more? Damn, look at her.
look at the youth then.
She want more. She tapped me. She want more. Come on, man. It's just bread and flour.
Let's bring all the youths in here. Get that.
Bring the youths in.
Yo, youth. All the youth then.
All the youth take some bread, man.
The youth then.
Get over here.
Say shalom.
Say shalom, man.
Say shalom. Say
Shalom.
shalom.
Get some bread. Get some bread. Get some bread.
Say shalom to the people. Now.
Get some bread. Get
Shalom.
some bread. Get some bread. Get bread. Get some bread.
Get a piece of
Maybe I take a piece of bread, boy.
Say shalom. Turn around. You coming? Say shalom. Look. Say shalom,
Shabbat
pretty.
shalom.
Say shalom. Shalom.
Yeah, get some bread. Give me some bread.
Look.
Go ahead, Shabbat.
Look. That's my precious princess right here. Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom. Pesach
Get some
shalom.
bread.
Shabbat shalom.
Get some
Shabbat
bread.
shalom.
Baruch Shemon, y'all. Have my
Come on, so how that y'all, man?
The youth, them. The youth.
Yeah.
Aho.
Oh.
Aho.
Oh.
Aho.
Taj.
Damn, lock
Oh.